Have you ever been in the middle of a job and then the customer changed the agreements on you and then you felt ripped off? I'm Angela Brown and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question and I get to help you find an answer. Now, somebody called into the show and they asked this question.
Hi, Angela. Quick question. Me and my wife, we have a bit of a situation where our team cleaned a house. The client, who's recurring, wanted while they were cleaning, it sent a message and said that she wanted an add-on, which was to clean two refrigerators and an oven. So we went ahead and did that. But when it was time to pay us, she said that our cost for the add-on was too much. It wasn't a fair price. And she actually says, well, if it's going to be that price, I'm no longer going to need your services. And then she went ahead and she paid me an amount that she thought was fair without even like consulting with me. I just wanted to know what I should do.
I hate that you find yourself in this situation, and it can be prevented, and I'm so glad that you called in so we can answer this question. Now, question number one. Did you have protocols in place that said if you have extra add-ons that you're going to throw at our cleaning technicians, that you call our office and put it on the schedule, get a special price for it, and then we will bring special equipment in order to make that happen? Do you have those protocols in place? Because it does not sound like that's the case. A customer sent you a message. What does that mean? Did they send it to the office or did they send it to your employee? Sounds like they sent it to the employee and the employee was empowered to throw on last-minute add-ons at the last minute. Now, I want to discourage that from happening in the future because as the boss, now you're the one that has to figure out the pricing and we got ripped off when it comes to the money and what just happened, right? You're the one that ends up with the extra stress. So I want you to take a step back for just a minute and let's figure out and reconnoiter the protocols for your business. So in your learning library, Savvy Cleaner, there are 3 courses that I recommend you go back through. It's course 12, 13, and 14. It is how to ace a walkthrough, the difference between maintenance and deep cleaning, and then also upsells and special projects. These 3 courses will resolve that entire situation of what just happened. All right, so course 12 is all about how to ace a walkthrough. And when you get to a customer's house, either you're charging by the price, by the job, or you're charging by the hour. And it doesn't matter which one you do, but if you charge by the hour, I want you to be very clear about what is offered during that hour. During the hour, here is a checklist of things that we will provide to you and your family during the hour that we work, or during the hours that we work. If you have anything that's not on this list, that's a special project, and that goes on a different price list, okay? Otherwise, people will walk you through their entire home and they will have you do all of their maintenance cleaning and all of their deep cleaning and all of their special projects for the same hourly rate, right? It doesn't work that way. All right, now, the next thing is, if you charge by the job, what is a maintenance clean and what is a deep clean? And so we want you to be very clear on your walkthrough with the customer because you're going to specify when we come every single time, we do this, 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 and this. We do not do this, 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 and this, okay? That is a special price, and we do that on a different upsell, if you will. And then there are special projects. Now at Savvy Cleaner, we don't do ovens and refrigerators at all on a maintenance or a deep clean. That is a special appliance package that is purchased separately that allows us then to schedule the time because it takes a while to do it. You need special equipment, you need special personal protective equipment, and there's a special person trained to do those jobs. Okay, it may not be your regular maintenance person that sweeps and dusts. It's going to be somebody else, or it's going to be somebody with additional training, okay? So we walk you through all of that stuff. Now, the customer does not get to determine the price. You determine the price as the business owner, and then the customer agrees to it. Now, it sounds like in this particular scenario, and here's where it gets tricky, they sent a message to which you just jump through these amazing hoops to make their appliances mysteriously be clean. But the price was not negotiated. The price was not agreed to. And so now that the work is done and you came back and said, hey, look at us, we jumped through all these hoops for you, the customer is now upset because they did not get a chance to agree to the price and they may have said right up front, oh, that's far too much money, we changed our mind, we're not going to have it done. And they could have saved you all that time and effort. But now, here you are jumping through hoops saying, hey, we did all this for you, we expect to be paid fairly, and they're like, no, it's too much money, right? So because those agreements were not in place up front, we now have a disgruntled customer that wants to cancel your service permanently. And this was a regular recurring source of your business. So I just want you to stop for a second. Don't be discouraged by this, but look at this as a learning opportunity and say, oh no, something just happened in our business. Okay, this is a perfect opportunity where you have the opportunity as a boss to write down new protocols and new rules so that this never happens again. If a customer sends a message, you say, thank you for your message. I'm going to forward that to my boss and I'll have my boss get back with you. And now the employee that's on the job, they've still pleased the customer, but they've released themselves from the duties of saying, oh yeah, we'll just make that happen right now, okay? Because if they just agree to these weird random projects that a customer throws at you at the last minute, that's not fair to them. They may not have the right equipment for it. They may not be prepared to do a great job, or they may have another job they have to go to after this. So now they're rushing through the special project. They're going to be sloppy. It's not going to be good work. You're going to get called back, or you're going to have an angry customer. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you as the boss, and it's not fair to the next customer that they're late for. So because it's not fair to a whole bunch of people, we eliminate that whole process by saying, here's the new rule. You got to call the office first, and they will work that out with you. Because as the business owner, now you're the one that's left with all the stress, trying to figure out the pricing and what happens to the customer. And now the employee that I was putting food on their table by sending them to this customer now doesn't have a job because the customer just canceled on us, right? So there are a whole bunch of weird ripple effects because there were no protocols in place. So I hate that you're in this situation. I love the fact that you have the opportunity to change this once and for all so that you never find yourself in this situation again. All right, I'm going to leave links in the show notes to the Savvy Cleaner Learning Library. If you are not a member, come join us. We have a lot of resources that can help you, including downloads for your regular maintenance cleaning walkthrough, also for your deep cleaning walkthrough. We've got a lot of videos that will help you in your journey. All right, until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.